What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here today, and we are back on Call of the Wild, and we are finally doing the Trophy Lodge tour. We did a couple videos already, one with the face cam, which I was super happy to get out with you guys, or get out for you guys. But we are here at my Trophy Lodge, and I put out a poll a little while ago that was that asked you guys whether you wanted me to finish the lodge or just go ahead and do the tour and then we could film everything on the way. You guys wanted me to go ahead and film it and then film everything else along the way. Well, I didn't listen because I really wanted to finish it, and I wasn't that too far from finishing it. It didn't take me that long. But, yeah, I was able to finally finish it, and we're finally doing the tour. So, let's go ahead and get on in here. And right away, you can see that we have a lot of good stuff, but there's only one way to see it all clearly, and that is to click V once. And my crosshairs is gone basically. But anyways, let us get this thing started. To start off, we're going with our Huddle Whitetail multi-mount right here. A 239 piebald whitetail from Reventuli. It's either Reventuli or no. This guy was New England Mountains. That's right. It was either those two or Layton, because I don't really hunt whitetail anywhere else besides those three maps. So I was really stoked to actually see this guy. I didn't really know anything about rares at the time, but when I saw it, I was like, oh hey, that's cool. And I shot it, and it ended up being a nice little 239, top end of his estimate. He is uneven right there with his brow tines, but gives him some character. And then a massive 270.7 diamond big rack from New England. So New England, if you guys didn't know, is probably one of my favorite maps to hunt on. I don't know why, it just is. I like it. Aesthetically, I think it's the best map in the game. Aesthetically, not hunting wise, but yeah. This was on a single player as well. We were doing a whitetail grind. I was actually filming when I did this. I don't have the clip anymore. But I wanted to do a New England Mountains all diamonds challenge. And we've got a couple diamonds from New England already. This being one of them. But comment down below if you guys want to see me do that, the New England Diamonds Challenge. And then right beside him, looking straight at us, is our albino 156 silver, also from New England, but on multiplayer. Wound up running the creek during whitetail drink time, seeing just a big splotch of white, and I was like, well. And then we dropped him with the 308. I am currently on a whitetail grind on Layton to try and get a better whitetail for this guy, but currently he will stay here. Moving on next to him, we have a silver 167, probably one of my favorite red deer racks, melanistic red deer, and this guy was a base spawn on a lake. So we did the grind video last, and it's that top right corner, or top left corner, like that big one. This is where this guy was, and he was the first thing we saw when we did a run there. When we did our first ever run there, and I could not have been happier to have gotten him. And then he is right beside a female piebald, which I think this really goes well. If I get an albino female, my dream is to get a diamond melanistic. That way we could replace this guy and get an albino female, and that would just be dope. Both are from TheHunter. Moving up on this wall right here, we've got a lot of cool things. And we're going to start off with this. This is our first diamond Rocky Mountain elk. Not our first ever, but our very first, I just said that and it sounds incredibly weird to say, because this is actually our second ever diamond Rocky, but and it is our first, I think it's our first ever from the grind we set up, because I think our first was from multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. This is either our first ever diamond Rocky from our grind and our first diamond Rocky ever, or it's our, I think that's what it is. I think it's our first diamond Rocky ever from our first diamond Rocky ever and first diamond Rocky from that grind. So from the grind we're doing. Sorry, that took forever for me to get out, but a huge 504, and it's not like the big rack, like the big wide set. We do have that. We'll see it later in this tour. But it's the big mass rack. He's got a lot of mass, and that just kind of helps him out with that. And you just get the huge brow tines as well. Right beside him, we have a 217 piebald. This is from Leighton. And then across from him, a 273 mule deer. Now, I do have diamond muleys, and I have bigger ones than this. But this rack, and it keeps my imagination going of what we could see in a diamond mule deer. If this was to ever like generate on a mule deer, and then True Rack Coding like wanted it to be wider, this would be a very cool diamond muley to have in the lodge. So it kind of keeps my imagination running that could be a potential diamond rack. Above them, we have I think our first ever diamond moose at 275.4, and then this one right here from Reventuli, which is a 279.9. The other diamond moose we have in this lodge, along with this one, is from Medved. Then right here we have a 453 mythical piebald gator. It's probably one of the cooler piebald patterns. Sucks that we can't see it that well. We do have another piebald in here that is ruined. He's like in that room over there. So comment down below if you guys think I should put this one, which is a way cooler piebald pattern than the other one that we've got. If we should put that in the not a log multi-melt, or if we should just leave it here. But yeah. And then around on the other side is a light brown 654 level 6 saltwater crocodile, base spawn rare. I was super stoked to actually get him because the YouTuber I watch, who also plays Call of the Wild, he wants a light brown croc really badly, and he said that they looked fantastic. And when I saw this in the swamp, I knew exactly what it was, and shot it, dropped him, and we got ourselves a very nice looking croc. On to the small plaques around the area. We have got a chestnut 4-scoring gold male scrub hair, which is nice to get these because I think females get bigger. Over here we have, I think, one of our biggest Eurasian widgeon. We have a couple Eurasian widgeon in the lodge. No, it is one of our biggest, but it's not our biggest. And I was actually grinding for these. I'm not grinding for a diamond just yet, but I was actually grinding for golds because I didn't have one. Golds are rares, and well, turns out we got ourselves a pretty decent one from Reventuli. Over here we have, I think, one of two diamond Western Cape Kaylee 4.6. It's a bit of a smaller one, but I do indeed like having this right here. And then above him, our first diamond wildebeest and this is legitimately dead on diamond score. Like, people say just barely a diamond when it's like 0.2 over or 2 point something over. This is literally just as barely as diamond as it can get. So he's right on the requirements to be a diamond. And wildebeest don't have true racks yet, so it would be interesting if they do in the next coming update. What this guy will be replaced with. Right here we have a 110, I think our biggest black grouse currently. We're trying to get a diamond of one just by looking around and feed zones and stuff. We're not technically grinding them. It's just like, if we see one, we see one and we're going to take it out. Right here on these two small plaques, we have a 783 Eurasian Virgin and then a 60.8 ringneck pheasant. These are just placeholders for things that we could get at some point, but I didn't want to. I wanted to fill up every plaque in this lodge. There you go. You can actually see that piebald pattern on that gator pretty well now. But yeah, these are just placeholders right now. Comment down below what you think I should put there. Then we have two 420s green winged teal, very close in score. These are from New England Mountains, and I've actually got kind of like a waterfowl grind set up there. And then right here, this is actually mostly Tay Aurora kills plus 2 from Red and Chili, so we'll just start with those. We have a 108 and then a 111, so that would actually make him our biggest, so he needs to go on that black right there. I think the 110 being there, since he's just flat, I think that would actually be pretty cool. But those two black grouse right there. And we have a black 121 scoring feral pig. I think we have another black saved in our trophy manager, but it's just not as big as this. And then a 106 scoring black gold. I think this is our biggest black gold right now. And then in the middle, a black spots 145. I have no idea if that's big for feral pigs, but yeah, base spawn on Terra. And then we have a piebald hybrid. That far one right there, we're gonna use the camera a good little bit. That one right there, I call that the root rack because it kind of branches out like tree roots. And then this bigger, more massy one, I call that the flame rack because it kind of just looks like a flame. 201 piebald and then a 221 albino mirroring him. Once again, this is the big mythical root rack. It's not like the one that goes super deep, but I think if he was, I like to say that if he was this rack right here on both sides, he potentially could have been a very cool super rare. And then we've got what I call the spike rack. Obviously that main beam, it just kind of goes up into one big spike and then it kind of just branches off into some other ones. And it's got some of the cooler brow tines. They kind of like hooks and stuff like that. So, love this guy. He was actually in that room, which we are about to go to in a little bit. So let's go ahead, head over there now. Now into what a lot of people would say is the most crowded room. Taking center is our only Diamond Cape Buffalo. Got this guy, I think, on multiplayer. I'm not entirely too sure, but saw him, knew he was a diamond. No, this was on single player, that's right, because we got him feeding. But shot with, I think, the 338. It could have been the 300. I'm not entirely too sure on that. And then on top of him, we have an albino mythical. I would like to say troll, but I don't think mythical lions make diamond. But you got very close. Was stoked to do this. Was setting up a lion grind for a diamond and a rare, and then we wound up getting this guy very early on. I think it was like 2 runs in. We wound up getting him. Saw a big splotch of white, and I was like, no way. And then, so it was a mythical, and then I had to make sure I got the shot in. Then we have just 2 commons, a tan and a light brown. Light brown, tan. And we're going to save this wall for last. Right here we have a 240.9 whitetail looking at a 144 blacktail. Now, the funny thing is, we do have a diamond blacktail that we got recently, and it's the exact same rack as this, but I don't know, like, what constitutes this not being the diamond rack, because they are, I put them side by side, they look the exact same. But right here we have 2 silver antelope jackrabbits, a mottled and a gray. Then over yonder we have a, I think this is a willow ptarmigan? Nope, rock ptarmigan. Molting female. I wanted to get both males and females of both ptarmigan species in this lodge, because I don't know if female ptarmigan can make a diamond, but I just thought having both in this lodge, it would be very cool, because I know both can make gold. So got us a nice little molting. I think that's actually like basically just the common. It might be an uncommon, but yeah. And then above her we have a 450, I think mythical or level 7. Shot all the way back in August. And then a 508 diamond American alligator, our only one in this lodge. Probably put him in a more prominent position, but I kind of like where he's at right now. Over here we have our javelina, which was something I wanted to get for the longest time. I think we have a leucistic on our map. I've seen it, but I was never able to get a disturbed veg from it. It's a level, voice crack. It's a level 3, and I know where he walks. I know where he kind of like travels, but I just haven't been able to see him in a while. So if you guys got any tips for me, let me know. But we got a dark brown 120 right here, and then this guy was shot not too long ago, a 112. He's bigger than our last one, and he's just a gray. Right here we have a lookout, which I plan to get with rares. I think this multi-mount's actually really cool, and I didn't want to get the emergency take off because I just hate hunting mallards, and coyotes are also the worst. So we got ourselves a nice little 141 kudu with a female, which we plan to replace with a rare. Same with this guy, unless we get a diamond first. And then we've got a 138 Rusa deer. Surprisingly, this is our biggest, and Rusa are very hard to get big ones for, in my opinion. And then a nice level 4 hog deer, 96.5, nice feeding. And then a decently sized level 4 sandbar at 159.3. We will eventually try and get diamonds of all these. I just don't like grinding on them on the coast. It's just something I don't like. And then we have a 123 level 6 gold scoring albino Cape Buffalo. Couldn't believe this guy. This is also a base spawn. I was actually running around the entirety of TheHunter looking for Cape Buffalo drink zones. Found one and just saw a tiny bit of white behind a brown variant. And this guy ended up making gold. And we got a good shot in with the 300. I know that was shot at the 300. Right here we have just a tiny, I think our biggest stubble quail at the moment. It's just like, hello. Kind of looking menacing right there, starting the attention. And we have a big mythical piebald. This is not even the big rack of like the mythical racks. This is like, I think, one of the lower scoring ones. But obviously mythical piebald can't not leave that in the main lodge. And then mirroring him, I think probably one of my favorite albinos we've gotten right now, from the Red Deer Great One grind, 192 level 7. I call this the bristle rack. Honestly, just because it looks like a bunch of briars and vines, like you would see in the woods here in Georgia. So thought that was really cool. And now we're moving on to this wall right here. So starting off, we've got 182 and 181. I've shot bison bigger than this guy, but I did not know that this guy was a 180, and we just didn't tax him. So, but I love this fur type right here. It's just a classic bison fur type. So, yeah. And then here we've got a 264 diamond, one of our biggest, I guess we could say. Not really though. Diamond red deer, the big rack, basically. And then a 265 right here, a bit bigger, diamond red deer as well. So those guys right there, those two red deer, were actually in those spots, but decided to take them down because they really weren't getting enough attention. And then beside them we have a 210 shot very recently as well on Layton. Dropped with, I think, the 6.5. Could be wrong. Part shot and all, 210, top of his estimate, all that. But I love that rack. Hoping that's the rack we get for an albino. And he is kind of slightly uneven. But, hey, I want him to that. And across from him, a ruined 114 albino mule deer. They spawn on SRP. Right beside them, we have a 142.5 and 142.6 scoring kudu. And then we have a 370. Loving the rack on this. Level 4. I think this went actually above the diamond standards. Rosy. And then we have a 19.4, a 16.2. So two opposite ends of the gold spectrum for mallards. And then a nice piebald 4.3 and another 4.3 for the cinnamon teal. And that, I believe, is going to do it for this room. Now, into the hallway. Obviously, we got to start off here. This guy just makes it to the gold requirements, but he was spine shot somehow. And this was on the fallow deer hunt video we were actually doing. In order to get the guy right beside him. And he made a pretty nice multi-mount, I feel like. Hopefully we could get a bigger albino or another rare. And then the 282 fabled golden, the smooth spoon rack, I think that is called. Great one, fallow deer. Shot all the way back in August. Less than 300 kills into our piebald grind. I shot this guy straight up with the 308. So, something I wish Call of the Wild did with the info right here is tells you what map it was shot on, what it was shot with, and just a bit more info about it. The tracking distance and stuff like that. I think that would have been very, very cool if they were to add that. EW, if you watch this video, could be something to do in the next update. And then a 266, our biggest diamond. We only got 2 diamonds in this lodge. And don't worry, we have more fallow displayed, but our biggest diamond from the fallow great one, I think it was like that on that spawn lake. It was either on that spawn lake or the inlet where all the fallow are, which is actually where we got this guy as well. But yeah, super stoked with him. I wasn't happy that I got this rack. I was honestly tempted to ruin him just to try and get another one. But I mean, when I thought to myself, when was I gonna get another opportunity, a great one? So kind of just thought about it a little bit, then just shot him with the 308. But I'm very, very proud of him. He's absolutely massive for a great one, fallow. But yeah, nice. Then we have our one and only side stripe jackal. I think this is a mythical. I'm not too sure. Might have to fact check me on that with the scores and stuff like that. But he's a little cross-eyed and he's not looking right. Then we have a multi-mount that took me forever to do. This is awesome. This is definitely a mythical raccoon dog. I remember looking for this guy forever, and we finally got him, and he was just on here by himself for a while. This is the part that took me forever. I knew this willow ptarmigan existed for the longest time, and he just kept flying away, and then we finally got him just to fly over us. And well, level 2, high score, knew he was going to make it. I think he's 2 away from his max score. And just blasted him at the air with the shotgun. We got ourselves a nice little molting willow ptarmigan to put in the multi-mount. And this was actually the last thing I needed to have every species displayed in the lodge. Above him, we have a ringneck pheasant, 17.5. Also, once again, a placeholder. We had a molting plumage type here, but due to multi-mounts and stuff, it is elsewhere in this lodge. And then our one and only dark variant of the axis deer. Love this guy. Probably gonna leave him here for a little while. On to our wall of deer. I want to get rares for everything, so I might take that 210 piebald and put him here, but I want to get some rares of everything. But right now I think the diamonds are very cool. So we have once again a smaller version of the twist rack, what I call it, because the bigger version, it does kind of twist, and it kind of looks like it's twisting. If you just kind of look at the design on it, kind of looks like it's twisting. So 239 piebald red deer, never going to turn that down to go in the main line. And then a 327, our biggest right now, mule deer. This is the rack where the brow tines kind of merge closely, as evident of the brow tines right there. I call this like the drop rack, not the like the water drop rack, honestly. Or you could call it like a sand timer, whatever you call those. Call it that. I mean, I guess this is like the medium diamond rack for mule deer. And then we have a small diamond. I think our biggest small diamond rack, whitetail in this lodge. And then a leucistic base spawn rooster deer. Got him in, I think, the lungs and dropped him, because rooster deer are fairly made out of paper. Sucks that he didn't make gold, because I think he was a level 3. But very nice. He was on a full body mount in that room right there. And when I figured out when I wanted to fill up the lodge all the way, I said this guy's got to go. He'll go on the shoulder mount in the main lodge. And yeah, I mean, he looks really nice. Between them, we have our reindeer sleigh sold separately. This is all our biggest reindeer right now. We have a 335. I think that's this guy here in the middle. And a 377, that's this guy right here. And then a 411, that is this guy. I know it is this guy because I tried putting this dude in the mount before, and it didn't like him. But then I was like, let's put all our biggest reindeer in there right now. And this guy ended up making that qualification. Sure, he's uneven, but I think he kind of adds some character to it. None of these are actually our biggest reindeer though. It is displayed in that way. Over on this wall, we have, I think, our biggest spring buck right now at 67. A 155 Iberian Mouflon, the brown fur type. And then the dark brown 56 scoring gold. Our biggest male gemsbuck right now, a 317. And we're kind of doing a gemsbug grind. We're not really going to TheHunter that much. But when we do, we'll make sure to do a couple runs for the gemsbug. My favorite fur type, I've shot a couple level 4s with this fur type, but they just haven't been great shots. So currently right now this is the only chamois gray brown that we have. Eventually we'll get a gold and hopefully a diamond. And then a light brown 154 Iberian Mouflon, obviously from Quattro, because where else would you get them? And then oh no, not our biggest, a 70.5 nice repeating. Sorry if I voice cracked, by the way. I'm legitimately dead from school. 70.59 repeating Springbuck. Absolutely smoked him with the 22-250 and was really happy to get him. Then a nice whitetail jackrabbit beige male 6.1. Really happy with him. Bigger than our last one, which was a gray, I think 5 something scoring. Then we have a little Euro rabbit right here. And then to wrap up the main hallway and branching off, we have got our first ever diamond in the game. A couple runs into our croc grind to get a diamond. We got my favorite scale type, I guess you could call it, for crocs, with the legendary a 1056.7. Absolute beast. And I don't want to put this guy in the multi-mount right now because it kind of ruins this pose. It doesn't do this pose quite perfectly. And I kind of like just displaying those jaws as they are. So we're going to go off onto this hallway first. We're at 33 minutes. I really hope OBS is not broke. And this technically has a theme, but not really. This is the biggest like species for the biggest subspecies for all these, for basically their class. But we have all the class 9s right here. Basically we don't have Euro bison, but I wanted to get the biggest class 8 in the game in moose, going up I think over grizzlies in weight, up to 680 kilos. I'm not too sure. They go into the 600s of kilos, which makes them, I think, the biggest class 8 in the game. And they're the toughest animal in the game too. So I was like, why not take my 279 from Medved multiplayer and put this here. It was actually where this Cape Buffalo was, but I decided to move it. Anyways, the biggest predator in the game, basically, that scares things off because bears don't apparently. But biggest predator species that will attack you in the game. Lion, 472.2, I think mythical, not too sure. This is our biggest lion besides that mythical. And it's really the only other lion displayed in the lodge. A nice mythical 143.8. I think this is actually our biggest mythical, especially the brown type. I wanted to display every fur type for Cape Buffalo in this lodge. They don't get as much love from me as they do water buffalo, but yeah. And then a 185, our first ever Diamonds Plains bison, shot literally 3 days after our diamond croc. And this was just the funniest thing. I used to just decimate Plains bison. When I finally got like the full game, shortly after Emerald Coast came out, I legitimately just destroyed bison with the 308. I didn't know anything about the ethical stuff, like full scores or nothing like that. I just destroyed them with the 308 and 223s of all things. Just bought the ARs and thought, like, let's just decimate all these bison. And I probably killed a melanistic. I'm not too sure. I remember killing a very, very dark, almost black bison. And I didn't really care. I didn't know rares were really a thing. I knew albinos were a thing, but I didn't even know melanistic was a thing at the time. So just kind of accepted it. But yeah, first ever bison, took him ethically. diamond bison trigonometrically with the 338 dropped in the mouth. And then a 140, not even our biggest Bantang, a 140.7. And then taking center place, actually before we get to him, we have a nice 3.4 gray lag goose. I like the brown plumage type. And I think like Canada goose are bigger, but size wise, nah man. Gray legs are so much bigger in size than a Canada goose. And then over here, the biggest upland bird species, the Western Capercaillie 4.7 diamond. The only, the second diamond displayed in this lodge. And I just love the strut and pose. Like, it makes them look big and bad. And then my pride and joy in this lodge, a 175.1 max weight water buffalo that was shot in that short 20-second little video. Hard shot and all, while he was charging us on parquet. Wasn't even grinding for diamonds. I mean, I've still got the grind set up. I just don't go and hunt them anymore because, like, these guys are so easy to get diamonds of. You just shoot a couple of them. Like, you shoot like 3 mythicals in the same herd, and you just got a diamond. But yeah, like, my pride and joy in this lodge, wouldn't take him over anything. Moving into this room, we have a 1085.7 and a 1089.1 scored goldeneye. I want to get these guys replaced with something, but I don't know what. I'm thinking rodeo. And then our only eastern wild turkey displayed in the lodge, 4.6. I think he's actually 4.61, if I'm not mistaken. He is literally as troll a troll gets. For level 2 Eastern Wilds, even though, and level 2 diamonds are a thing, so absolutely was going to put him in here. I think when we get a diamond Eastern, that it's still going to go up on this plaque. I just love that posing. It takes it up really nice. Then, by the way, I am very proud of this wall right here. Like, this is just the greatest wall in this lodge. But anyways, we have a 260 scoring mid-sized rack whitetail deer, fighting a 259 mid-sized rack as well. And these ones are actually distinguishable, the dark brown right here and the tan right here. I wanted to get the whitetail fighting in this lodge. I thought it was just like a requirement. And well, went on the multiplayer on Layton. And we wound up messing up another diamond earlier in this hunt, another level 2 diamond. These two are level 3s. But yeah, that Layton server was stacked for whitetail. And then we have a 22.4. I have no idea what level brown black bear this is. And then a 18.4. I don't think this is ruined, because we shot him with the 338, I think twice, and we dropped him the second time. Because I remember we messed up the first shot. But yeah, 18.4 silver cinnamon from Silver Peaks. Over here we have a female molting rock ptarmigan. So wait, do we have 2 rock ptarmigan females? I'm not too sure. But this is, if it is, this is definitely a different molting type. If we do have 2 rock ptarmigans, I'll make sure to get one of those replaced. I know I have a male rock ptarmigan. I know that. And I know I have a female willow ptarmigan in here. But yeah. Obviously from Reventilly, because where else would you get them? And then we have our only diamond Sika deer in the lodge at the moment. We have probably one of my favorite racks. We have bigger ones than this in the lodge as well displayed. But a 180, kind of like a curving little hand, I guess you could call it, black male. And then we have a base spawn albino ruined Sika deer. Was absolutely stoked to see that. And then we have a 169.1 diamond scoring water buffalo right here. And then we have a tufted duck grinded from Reventually, 862.3. And then a 50.4 scoring coyote. I think this is a mythical. I'm not too sure. And then this is most definitely a level 7 Mexican bobcat from Quattro. Not Quattro. Rancho. My least favorite map. Don't ask me why. Over here we have another stubble quail, 211. This is the dark brown variant. We have another Euro rabbit right here, 2 scoring, and then a 10.2 raccoon. Just thought this would be probably the best spot to put one, in all honesty. Like, if you were to think of putting a raccoon somewhere in your house, like, this would definitely be it. And then I said the water buffalo is my pride and joy. This wall basically is my pride and joy. So we have a white fur type 246 fallow deer. This is a level 4, technically troll, because he's just scored so high. And this rack technically is a small diamond rack. Then over here by him we have a 238 chocolate. Kind of just like the contrast, or the opposite of what white would be, since these are both technically uncommons. And then we have a 465 mythical gator, and then a 483 mythical gator as well. And then shot just yesterday, as of recording this video, a huge level 4. We have bigger level 4s in this lodge, but I just consider this probably the biggest one because, like, of the mass, this guy's estimate was 429 to 515. So I have no idea if level 4 Diamond Rockies is a thing. If they were, I mean, this guy looked a whole lot bigger than what he does now in the lodge. But if this was real life, that's what a Diamond Rocky would look like to me. So, and then we have technically a couple Parque Fernando kilos, even though 2 of these were not from Parque Fernando. And I'll let you guess which ones they were. Anyways, we have a 303, basically troll level 4 mule deer. This rack can make diamond. It just depends on the spread and stuff like that. But very nice. 303.8. And then we have a 303.6, slightly smaller. Once again, this is a technical diamond rack. It was just on a level 4, and it just doesn't really have the size to do it. So 303.6, but I love having these 2 racks that could technically make diamond, and they're just big mule deer overall. So I was like, yeah, let's put them in the lodge. And then we have the 2 black buck that were the bane of my existence. These took me forever to get. And I couldn't get a good shot on them. So when I finally got these level 4s with the 243, I was just super stoked that it was finally over. So we have a 111.3 and a 115. We have 2 bigger ones displayed. One is ruined though. And then a level 6. No, this is a level 5. That's right. Water buffalo. He's actually really wonky with the horns, but nice albino. Never going to turn down putting a rare in the lodge. And no, he was not shot with this. He was shot with the 300 on the trot. And then that is going to be all for this room, and we are going to head on to the next hallway. Now once again, this has a bunch of big animals in it, but some are just here. So currently our biggest Euro bison displayed right now. We're still after a diamond, and hopefully I can record this. From now on, I'm actually going to start recording every adventure I go on. I'm going to start playing this game a little less, and every time I do play it, I'm going to record it, just so that I can get videos out on time. But yeah, biggest scoring Euro bison right now. And then a huge, This is a troll level 5, 455. I do believe this rack can make diamond. It's just like, it's super narrow. And I mean, he's got the brow tine for it, but I just don't think like the tine length is what it is. He's got the mass, and spread isn't something that goes on elk, but yeah. This is a troll level 5. A very big level 4 moose. Once again, if you were to just show me a big moose in real life and told me to rank it based on Call of the Wild medals, I would say this is a diamond moose in real life. Then, I think one of our biggest diamond bantang we have, this is a level 5. And then a piebald moose from Red and Thule single player. The 8 was absolutely stoked to see this guy. Then our one and only Euro hare. They need to do remodels on these because they just look absolutely horrendous. Then over here we have a leucistic chamois silver scoring. Unfortunately, it was a level 3, so it did technically have a shot. A big level 7 spirit. I love the spirit fur type. I think I'm probably going to replace it with the gray though, because those just look so much better. I'm thinking of putting my diamond gator here, but a nice 445, I think mythical gator right now. And then a troll. I know level 4 diamond feral goats are real. And then a 222. I think this is actually pretty big for diamond feral goats. But yeah. Then we have all of the geese species right here. We have a 7.5 gray brown Canada goose, and a 3.5 magpie goose, 2.8 on the tundra beans, and then the gray lags at 3.6. So you can see like the tundra beans. I think that's a bean over there. Right? The feathers would say so, but it might be a gray lag. Or wait, can I see the beak? Yes, that is a tundra bean goose. No, that's a gray lag. Here's the right. I'm stalling for no reason. I think this is gray lag. Yeah, gray lag. Okay. We'll cut that out. But yeah, nice 3.6 gray. I love the feathers on these guys. They look absolutely stunning. All taken with this shotgun right here. And then we have my favorite albino from the Red Deer Great One grind so far. We've killed so many, but this one by far is my favorite. Just a nice big flame rack, even though this is technically not the big rack for the flame rack. But yeah, I mean, he's uniform. He looks incredible, and I just love him. I could not put him on a big plaque like this, given that center of attention. And now into this room, we have a messed up albino 207, same rack as our piebald out there. We miraculously shot this guy on the run on a multiplayer server on Red and Thule. So we shot him low the first time, going for a lung, and then, like I said, we miraculously shot him the second time on the run, and I didn't think we hit him, and then he kind of went out of render, and that automatically makes them go nervous. And then saw him, hard shot him, clean, realized I messed him up, and yeah. Still though, when am I gonna get such a beautiful looking moose again? This is, once again, like if you were to show me this in real life, that's a pretty big moose. So when am I really gonna get an opportunity to get a decent sized albino moose like this? And then he is here with our only bobwhite quail, shown in the lodge right now, 222.8 from New England Mountains. And then right here, the theme for this is to get basically the grand slam of all big foreign deer species. I could put a sandbar in place of one of these, like in place of our troll 421 reindeer right here. This is a level 5 troll, guys. This didn't troll though. So, funny story. I was grinding caribou for a diamond. Had a load of... We actually had a level 5 troll, which is in our Trolls Lodge, for caribou. And then we decided to go to multiplayer and hunt them. We wound up just losing connection all the time because my Wi-Fi here is terrible. But we came back to single player after like a couple days of actually being able to stay in some good servers. And well, this guy's here waiting on us, and I do not wish to go and grind caribou ever again. Our other diamond fella, a 253. For some reason I thought this guy was also in his 260s, but no, he's the small rack basically. For the fallow deer, 253, dark spotted. And then our biggest so far, diamond red deer from the Red Deer Great One Grind, a 266.4. We have not gotten the luck of getting a 267, even though we've had estimates that would basically guarantee a 267 in other circumstances, but haven't gotten that lucky. Hopefully we will soon. And then right here, all basically United States native deer. Even though I think technically caribou are in the U.S. because of the last one. We have a 321, the Drooptine rack. I love this. This was our first ever diamond mule deer, but I thought it would be pretty cool to do. Then we have a 178 just shot here recently, level 5 blacktail. Who knows how long this was on my map on Layton. I was actually hunting blacktail in their late zones, and this guy just wound up being at the lake I really wanted him to be at. Dropped in with the 308, and yeah. And then our first ever diamond whitetail deer, 257.1. Is this our first ever? I don't think it is actually. I think it might be the one on the wall in there. Because 330 is like in 2024. Yeah, we shot our first ever one back in 2023. So not our first ever diamond whitetail. We'll have to go look at the dates on that. But then we have a 15.6 molting ringneck pheasant with the gray 15.6. I did not even realize these guys were the exact same score. They're twins. Look at that. And then we have, I think, currently our biggest ringneck pheasant right now. Right beside our biggest harlequin duck right now. And then before we get onto that wall, we've got some other things to show you guys. We have our Grand Slam Ibex. We have 2 diamonds in here. I'll let you guys figure out which ones they are. But we have the Beseep. Well, actually, I got to go through this. Then we have the Grados right here, which is our biggest. These are all our biggest for their respective ones. And hopefully when we get diamonds of all, we'll get like every single fur type shown as well, because they have a gray brown. I think it's like a brown and then an orange, I think, for one of them. But yeah, then we've got the Southeastern Spanish Ibex, level 4. I don't even know if this is a max weight estimate. Probably is. 90.4 score. And then the Ronda right here, which we shot just last night as of recording this. I just wanted to go on Quattro and Ibex, and well, you know, this guy was there, level 5 and all. And then moving on to this wall, we have a 269 Troll Moose. I think this is a level 4 Troll. That rack right, both of these racks technically make diamond, but combining racks on Moose just does not work at all. So this guy does not even score in the 270s. Then a 193.5 and a 176 axis tier. Both are from Parquet, but I thought they both would look really, really cool to put right here. Then we have a 266 and a 263 red deer, and I think with this guy right here, that displays every fur type for red deer in this lodge. And then up here, a 189.1 plains bison, and then a 169.8 diamond water buffalo, and then a mythical 142.3 gray Cape buffalo. So we don't have a black. Moving on into this room in here. Oh wait, we forgot one. I cannot forget this one. I cannot believe I forgot it. We forgot these two. Anyways, a 2.9 silver mountain hare. It's the only mountain hare I've ever killed, that I've gotten the opportunity to kill. And I want a diamond male, so. And then a 497, very confusing rack, Rocky Mountain Elk. I thought this one was going to troll, but wound it up, he didn't. Pretty nice size one as well. And now we can move on to this room, where we have a 425. A lot of gold Rockies are still displayed in this lodge, and the reason being is because of the fact that they honestly look really cool. They look really cool, and they have a bit more variation to them than a bunch of other species in this game. So 425 will eventually get replaced with a diamond, and then beside him we have a 78.5 and a 78.8 pronghorn. It took me forever to actually get some gold scoring pronghorn in this lodge. I don't know why. I killed loads. But then, right here, a base spawn wild boar. Now, fun fact, on my medbed map, which is where this guy is from, we had a black gold wild boar. That also winded up to be a base spawn level 5 rare that we winded up stomach shot shooting with the 308 right here. And we very well could have had a super rare in this lodge, and I did not even know it. I only knew that it was a level 5, and when I messed him up, I was like, shoot dude, I couldn't keep him, and honestly, I kind of hate myself for it, because that would have been very, very cool. But right here, we have a 252 hybrid red deer rack, 252 hybrid diamond red deer rack. I think that's the bigger rack. I'm not too sure on its right side here. And then over here, I'm officially a fan of this. I'm thinking about bringing the black bear down because we've got black bear already displayed, but this is a 20.4 mythical. I know that. And then a 62.4. Other than the one on the wall out here, this is our biggest one, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. But a nice 62.4 grizzly. I'm officially a fan of being there. If we get another piebald fallow bigger than the one that's in the multi-melt, we'll probably put the other one right here, and then we'll have something cool. And then we have another flame rack with the middle tines right there, and we are over an hour on this recording. But a 191 scores a little bit lower than our other one. And then we have a 265, 266, and another 266 right here, all shot with this gun right here. And then right here, taking center in this room, is a 6 scoring gray fox, mythical, red variant, and then a red variant 12.4 mythical red fox as well. And then right here we have a eastern cottontail rabbit, and then a common raccoon. Quite neat. Eventually, all these things will get replaced with diamonds. Finally, moving on into these back rooms in here. Before we do that, we're going to clear out all this right here. We have a troll, level 9, 66.59 repeating grizzly. Base spawn troll level 9. I could not believe it. And then, across from him, shot very recently while watching a stream on Call of the Wild, a 27.7 brown bear diamond from that bed. And then we have a willow ptarmigan female molting. So perfect proof right there. Female ptarmigan do make gold. And then we have these wide set rosies that are technically level 4 trolls. I know level 4 diamond rosies are a thing, which is very hard to get. And then we have a 332 with no brown tines between, or no tines between those. And then we have a 320, which does. And it's weird because this guy scores lower even though he is the double tines in between. And I'm thinking it's the mass of his tines. So kind of like give him the extra 12. Then right here we have two piebald mallards. I thought having both piebald male and female would be cool. And then we have I think our biggest black buck displayed, a 118.6, and then the messed up rare 106.9. This just makes gold, but it was a bad shot with the 343. And well, I didn't prioritize getting it. I prioritized getting the big one, which I should prioritize getting the rare. But anyways, then we have a brown hybrid. I love this fur type for the hogs, 107.8, and then a 125. So actually, this is our biggest black gold in the lodge displayed. Now moving on into these back rooms, we have a lot here. We have a mythical Eurasian lynx, 26.2, chasing down our one and only Siberian musk deer in here. Then we have all our geese, kind of making a multi-mount of sorts. A 6.9 brown hybrid, and then the rest of these are that dark brown, I think, or gray brown. 8.5, 7.5, 7.3, and another 6.9. Then this wall right here, we have a 258 troll. Technically, both of these racks do make diamond, kind of. I don't know if this one does that much anymore, but this one does. From Reventuli, a 315 Gemsbug. Opposite him, a 309, our biggest female currently. Then we have another dark brown 115 feral pig, and then across from him, another dark brown 110. It just shows the variations between the feral pigs, and I love it. Then we have another Sika deer. This is wide set rack, 189, and then a 167 spotted fur type right there as well. I needed something to go opposite him, and well, I think at some point I'll probably put some feral goats on these. And then we have our only bighorn display in the lodge, a 135 and a 136. Unfortunately, could not get those big diamond ones right now, and bighorn absolutely suck to hunt, so just kind of stopped grinding for them. And then we have a 24.9. I think red brown is probably my favorite common variant for the brown bears now. And then we have, surprisingly, what can fit on here, two warthogs that both score in the 51s. We have a 459 troll level 5 Rocky, and then another troll level 4 340s. I love this rack, dude. Like, it's got nice ivory on the tines, and it looks sick. Like, it looks like a big elk would. So yeah, 344, could not say no to it. And we have our only diamond waterfowl. Yeah, 19.8, pretty decent sized diamond from not Mississippi. Mallards aren't on Mississippi. New England mountains, there you go. And then a 248 moose. I love this rack. I don't know why it makes me think of butter, but it does. And then we have a 173, another massive water buffalo. Then we have our biggest, I believe, green winged teal at 446. Opposite him, the cooler piebald pattern form at 404. And we have another 18.4 and 19.4 mallards. Our big racks, technically, water buffalo, found this guy at just the most random spot that I did not even know existed for water buffalo drinking. And then a gold 36.9. And then we have a 4.6 Merriam's turkey. I believe our only diamond Merriam's right now. And yeah, that's just about it for this room. And we will head on to the next one. And now my game is slowed down completely. Not much in this room, but a lot of waterfowl and a bunch of crocs as well. So we'll start off with them. Plus, a rare. So these are all our biggest crocs that didn't make diamond, basically. And I'm technically also on a croc grind. I grind a lot. I just love the concept of it. I want to get either diamonds for all of these mounts or a light brown gold, leucistic gold, melanistic gold, and albino gold. All the unique rares, because piebald is just like super common as a rare. And yeah, I think like getting all the gold versions of the crocs would be very cool. Of rare crocs, the more unique ones would be cool. So I also have another rare croc in this lodge. We will see that here in a little bit. We have a 937, a 983, a 949, and a 1004 troll level 9. So these other three are mythicals. And we have a 140.8. So that one in the hallway is our biggest for bantang. This is a level 4 diamond. We have another 123 Euro bison. And then a 180.3 Flying Spice. I thought having like the more cow-like things here, even though water buffalo would make more sense to go here, and probably Cape buffalo as well, but I like having the bison back here. And then we have our biggest tufted duck right here at 921, I believe. This is our biggest. Kind of looks creepy when you look at it. Then our only Eurasian teal right here, a 345, and then another 345. So right there with each other. A 178 tufted duck. I honestly got addicted to tufted ducks for some reason for a short period of time, and I just wanted to hunt a bunch of them. I still have a setup for them on Ratatouille as well. And then we have an 811 Eurasian widgeon. I wanted to put a widgeon in these rooms, and I thought that would be a pretty good spot. So yeah, that will do it for this room. And the final room to display the rest of the species that we have not yet. So let's start us off. We have our roe deer huddle, a 74.09 repeating dark brown, a brown 72.59 repeating, I think that's this guy right here, and then we have a dark gray right here at 71. These are all our biggest roe deer right now. Not a single diamond to collect just yet. Unfortunately, Hirsch and Quattro have not been very nice to us. On this wall right here, we have a 12.7 diamond common raccoon, a 347 dark hazelgrass. I love this plunge type. It kind of makes me think of charcoal in a way. And then a 339 dark as well. Unfortunately, we have yet to get gold hazel grouse. Then we have a 176 and a 182, our biggest axis deer so far. And then another 10.6 common raccoon. Then right here we have our only diamond mountain lion, followed up by, other than our diamond, our biggest, I think, at least one of our biggest blacktail in the lodge displayed right now. Did we? No, that one was replaced with a fallow deer, that's right. And then, right here we have our 26.1 Bobcat shot before the changes because they're currently messed up right now. And then we have our Rio Grande turkey right here, and then a white fur-type Merriam's turkey right here, kind of just staring him down, make sure he doesn't try anything. So. And then we have our biggest non-diamond whitetails, a 242.8 and a 242.5, both from New England mountains. And then, actually, I think these are both from Layton. I'm not too sure. Then we have our, oh, actually, I think that one in the main room is our biggest. An 859 gold scoring Eurasian wisdom. We had a 711 scoring silver here for the longest time. Then an 876 tufted duck, a 6.6 scoring harlequin duck, a 423 green winged teal, 1135. I think that would make this our biggest goldeneye, and a 4.3 cinnamon teal as well. And also, I think I missed some cinnamon teals in that room over there. Yep, we did. A 4.1 and a 4.3 right there for the cinnamon teal. And we are back. So it just kind of shows how big this lodge is. You kind of forget some things. But I'm making sure not to miss much. And then we have just a pedestrian mountain lion female, which will hopefully be replaced by a red brown at some point, or a rare, with our 383 diamond rosy. This is a small rack for them. I want a big rack for this, but unfortunately we just haven't gotten lucky with our rosies on Layton. And then we have something that I was super proud of. A light brown mouflon, this is our biggest one. A gray brown, it's impossible to tell. I wish I highlighted the individuals because they're all gray browns. Then a 39.5, I think it's this guy. That's the diamond. This guy ran right in front of us. He didn't attack us, he was just fleeing. And we got 2 good shots in him with the 308, or maybe even the 6.5. This is what I'm saying. Like, I wish EW would tell you like what it was shot with, and like if it was and like what map it was shot on. Because imagine we get like another map where we get Iberian wolves. So yeah. And then another 38.1 right there, just kind of chewing on his leg. Before we get to the final mount, we're going to go over here. Just ignore what you probably just saw. We have a 38.9, 33.3 for female, and then a 32.4 gray female as well. Eventually, I want to get all the rares for wolves. I want to get a dark gray, an albino, and maybe a red brown of one of these. So, or maybe even a melanistic. That'd be cool. And we have our Roomble. We don't have a diamond kangaroo yet, but honestly, I think this looks hilarious. We've got the brown right here, or no, this is the brown. 485 troll level 9, and then 419 mythical gray brown getting his butt absolutely kicked. And then we have another level 6 orange water buffalo. We didn't even talk about it in that other room, but that's also a level 5. That's a level 5 in there. But this is a level 6 scoring orange. I think this is our second one. And then a 483 small diamond, but just this big rack, dude. Like, it's incredible. Just doesn't have that much mass though. Diamond Rocky. This is our third and final Rocky displaying the lodge. And then a moose that needs to be replaced, the 245. Just that big level 4 rack. And then our other saltwater crocodile rare, the melanistic level 6 that did not make diamond, or that did not make gold. Chasing after a yellow little magpie goose. And then the other mythical piebald gator that I mentioned over an hour ago that we ruined with the 454. Tried to be cool in getting him, and honestly just should have used a rifle. More intuitive with that, and definitely would have gotten him. Chasing a nice old 10.2 common raccoon. Hopefully one day we could get rid of this guy and just throw him in our second lodge. And it's probably one of the worst piebald patterns there is. But to finally wrap this up, we have a 190.6, absolutely massive plains bison. This is also something I wish they did. I wish they added the weight of the creature just so that we wouldn't have to remember, because I have no idea if this is max weight or not. But I'm gonna say it probably is. I'm not gonna say like, oh hey, it's a max weight. I'm gonna say it probably is. Being attacked by a 39.6, it took me forever to get this guy. Like, he just went in and out of his zone. He kept speed walking around his zone. When he finally chilled out, I just got a frontal hard shot on him when he lifted his head. And a egg white messed up female, but really who cares when it comes to females. But yeah, that is it for my lodge. Now after this, like I said, I'm going to slow down from playing the game so much, and every time I play I'm going to try to record now, just to see if we get anything good. Now my luck on just going on random hunts isn't the greatest, and also my multiplayer isn't that great, so we're going to be getting a lot of single player content, guys. But I mean, yeah, this is my lodge. I'm incredibly proud of it, and I cannot wait to add more stuff and bring you guys along with the journey to improve upon it. So I'm gonna ask you guys to comment one more thing for me, for any recommendations. What should I go and hunt? What should I go and film first? I'm thinking we go for the albino whitetail, the bigger one, because honestly I think this guy just is a little bit sad right here, because we've got that big diamond, we've got this nice 239, and I mean, like, he's just there. So yeah, you guys let me know down in the comment section down below what I should go for after, what I should go after next. And if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!